Hard to find words. Elena Rybakina wins maiden Australian Open title after beating world number 1 Aryna Sabalenka. Aryna Sabalenka finished runner-up for the second year running despite bouncing back from a set down to win the second and surged to a 3-0 lead in the third. Russian-born Kazakh tennis star Elena Rybakina thus wins her first major since the 2022 Wimbledon. Elena Rybakina staved off a spirited fightback from Aryna Sabalenka to win her maiden Australian Open and only the second Grand Slam title of her career. Rybakina defeated Sabalenka 6-4, 4-6, 6-4 to deny the Belarusian her third victory at Melbourne Park in the last 4 editions and the 5th major of her career. World number 1 Sabalenka, who made her 4th consecutive appearance in the Australian Open women's singles final, fought back from a set down to level the scores, and was leading 3-0 in the deciding set on Saturday at the Rod Laver Arena. Rybakina, who had won her only Grand Slam more than 3 years ago at the 2022 Wimbledon, refused to give up at this stage, and would bounce back in style by reeling off 5 games in a row. And though broken by Sabalenka while serving for the championship, she managed to win the following game, sealing her title with an ace. Sabalenka hails Rybakina on an incredible achievement. Reacting to missing out on the Daphne Accursed Memorial Cup for the second year running, the Belarusian, who had outplayed Ukraine's Elena Svitolina in straight sets in the semifinals, remained gracious in defeat and hoped for better luck next year. I want to start with Elena. I want to congratulate you on an incredible run, incredible tennis. Congrats to you and your team on such an incredible achievement. I love being here, I love playing in front of you. All you guys are incredible support. I am always looking forward to come and play in front of you. Let's hope next year will be a better year for me, Sabalenka said after accepting the runner-up trophy in the post-match presentation ceremony. Thank you, Craig, for taking the best care of us. You give everything we need, and that's amazing. Thank you to my team for always being there, for enjoying losing finals, but also sometimes you win them. So let's hope for the best. Let's hope next year the Daphne's going to be ours, she added. We had a lot of things going on. Rybakina, who was born in Moscow but switched nationality to represent Kazakhstan since 2018, hoped for more battles with Sabalenka in the future after emerging triumphant in Saturday's fierce battle in Melbourne. The 26-year-old had previously defeated Sabalenka in straight sets, 6-3, 7-6, 7-0, in the season-ending WTA Finals in Riyadh in November. Hard to find words now. But want to congratulate Aryna for her amazing results for a couple of years. I know it's tough, but I just hope that we're going to play many more finals together. Of course, congrats to the team to the improvements. Great job, Rybakina, who has now won 20 of her last 21 games, said after her victory on Saturday. I want to say thank you to you guys for such an incredible atmosphere. Honestly, your support kept us going. Thank you so much to Kazakhstan. Thank you everyone who made this tournament possible. Tennis Australia for making us feel so well here. It's really a happy slam, and I always enjoy coming here and playing in front of you guys. I would like to say thank you to my team. Without you, it wouldn't be possible really. We had a lot of things going on, and I'm really glad that we achieved this result. Thank you to all of you, and hopefully we can keep on going strong this year. Also, I would like to say thank you to the medical team here. Always doing a great job, she added. Hard to find words. There are victories that arrive with noise, confetti cannons, rehearsed speeches, slogans ready to be worn like medals. And then there are victories that arrive in silence, standing at the back of the throat, stubborn and wordless. Elena Rybakina's maiden Australian Open title belonged to the second kind. The scoreboard told a simple story. Rybakina defeated world number 1 Aryna Sabalenka. History made. A first Melbourne crown. A new chapter written in clean, unforgiving numbers. But numbers have never been good at explaining moments like this. Numbers do not explain the way Rybakina paused before match point, eyes briefly lifted, as if listening for something only she could hear. They do not explain why, after the final ball skidded past Sabalenka's reach, the Rod Laver Arena seemed to hold its breath before it erupted. This was a match full of sound, Sabalenka's roar after a forehand winner, the sharp applause slicing through the night air, the umpire's calm voice restoring order, But the victory itself felt quiet. It lived in the spaces between noise. It lived where words struggled to keep up. Rybakina has never been a player who fills silence. Her tennis does that for her. Her serve arrives like a decision already made, a statement rather than a question. Against Sabalenka, the most ferocious hitter in the women's game, power met power, but their styles spoke different languages. Sabalenka played like fire, unpredictable, blazing, occasionally burning herself. Rybakina played like winter sunlight, cool, precise, inevitable. In the early games, Sabalenka tried to impose her will, crushing returns, daring the crowd to rise with her. And they did. Melbourne loves a fight, loves defiance. But Rybakina did not flinch. She absorbed the noise the way she absorbs pace, redirecting it, turning it back with interest. When she broke serve for the first time, she didn't celebrate. She simply walked to the baseline, as if this, too, had been expected. There is something unsettling about calm in moments designed for chaos. It makes people uneasy. It makes them search for meaning. Commentators reached for adjectives: ice-cold, unshakable, clinical, but even those felt insufficient. Because what was happening was not just tactical dominance. It was emotional restraint elevated to an art form. The second set tested that restraint. Sabalenka surged, as champions do when they sense the match slipping away. Winners flew. Errors followed. The crowd leaned forward. Momentum swayed like a pendulum, and for a moment it looked as though the match would tip into a third set, into uncertainty, into the kind of drama that feeds headlines. But Rybakina stayed inside herself. She shortened her routines, trusted her serve, trusted the years of quiet work done far from spotlights. She played the big points the same way she played the small ones. No gestures. No pleas to the crowd. Just the ball, the court, the decision to hit through fear rather than around it. When match point came, it did not announce itself. There was no cinematic buildup. Just a rally, a fractionally late swing from Sabalenka, and the ball sailing long. The sound that followed, the explosion of applause, felt almost intrusive, as if it had arrived too early, before the moment had fully settled. Rybakina stood still. For a heartbeat, she looked unsure of what came next. Champions are supposed to have words ready. Gratitude. Dreams fulfilled. Acknowledgements memorized. But when Rybakina finally spoke into the microphone, her voice carried something rarer than eloquence, honesty edged with disbelief. She smiled, then laughed softly, as if embarrassed by the size of the moment. "It's hard to find the words," she said.